Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished Blueberry Bay and did all of the intermediate gym, so I think today the sensible thing to do is to get our learning on, and I want to just finish the entire library so that it can be done and I don't have to think about it anymore. So, to get to the library, I go via the gym, and that is here. I don't know if there's another way, this is the way that I know. Okay, so according to my notes, I never went to frames or friction, and then didn't do anything beyond blue where exactly? Starting at crouching? Falling speed? Okay, well, I'll see if anything's familiar. So I did everything before, everything to the left of frames. So, frames. What are you? Many of the explanations in the gyms and library reference frames. A frame is the smallest unit of time calculated by the game, equal to 1/60th of a second. In this example, the times between when the red bubbles start moving and when the refills are collected correspond to the number of frames above. Okay? So it takes 5 frames to get 1 unit along. Boy, that's not the easiest thing to... I guess I could... Here. That's a way to get there. 5 frames, okay, yep, feels about right. 10 frames, yep, feels about right. Dang. 15 and 20. Okay, sure. All movement in the game is tied to frames. From one frame to the next, your position is moved by a certain amount of pixels and you are not considered to have been present in between those positions. So no swept collisions, you're saying? Okay. So discrete position units only for collision detection. That has implications. As a result, it is possible to clip through objects and hazards without interacting with them at sufficiently high speeds. Yes, that's the implication. Note that this does not apply to solid tiles as their collision checks are more robust. Okay, so swept collisions for solid, unswept, discrete steps for hazards. This can also make certain moves impossible at high speeds as there are no frames where you are in the correct position to perform the move. Sure. This is known as getting 0 framed. Here, taking the bubble to the right allows you to clip through the spikes. Once you hit the Kevin block, you instantly rebound to the left and thus do not die to the spikes. Neat. I need to know this for whatever hourglass is? Uh-oh. I don't like the idea of needing to know that. What is coming up later in this compilation? Okay, so friction. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Let's start here on the ground, I guess. Friction reduces your horizontal speed at a constant deceleration. To demonstrate this, dash through the modified dream block without jumping out of it. If you hold right, you will decelerate slowly until you reach normal walking speed at 4.3 speed per frame. If you do not hold right, air friction will be higher and you will decelerate more quickly until you reach 0 speed at 10.8 speed per frame. Okay? So hold right. Okay, and I land there. Don't hold right. And I land there. Okay. Sure. That decelerates slower than I expected it to. Friction is higher on the ground than in the air. To demonstrate this, you don't say. To demonstrate this, dash through the modified dream block and slide on the ground. Ground friction is the smallest if you hold right, but it is still slightly larger than air friction when holding right, at 6.7 speed per frame. Ground deceleration is slightly larger if you hold down, regardless of whether you hold right or not, at 8.3 speed per frame. Okay. Again, do I need to know this? Ground deceleration is largest if you do not hold right, or hold left while sliding at 16.7 speed per frame. So neutral is the same as backward. So that's the left for that. Here's right. Okay. Here's neutral. Okay. I like how the shadow does exactly what I do. That's a nice touch. Did I have... How about down? So down takes me there. You're saying that's different from neutral? Oh, Well, yes. Wait, so down is less than neutral. But more than right. Okay, down is... Yeah, that makes sense. I can do a little crouch slide. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so now let's see if... Oh boy. Let's start with speed. Do I feel like I did anything hyper 625? Or sorry, 325. Okay. I might just not have looked at that. I saw the symbol and bailed out. So that was this. Or maybe I did look at this. I don't know. Input buffering. Do you have anything to say to me? No, I totally did all of this, I recall. Yes, I recall doing all of this. Okay. Jump control? What do I think about that? I definitely did this. Okay, I remember. Afterward. My thing just says afterward. Do I know what that means? Maybe. Let's check crouching. Do I think I did this? Probably? Performing ultras. What the heck's an ultra? Maybe I didn't do this? Does this look familiar? You cannot grab while crouching. You can perform climb jumps. Crouch jumps in advance. While jumping while crouched causes you to uncrouch. Is this all new to me? I think so. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Where does blue zone end? You cannot walk while crouching, but you can dash down diagonal to move while maintaining the crouched state. Okay, let's just do this whole thing. I think I haven't seen some of the later parts of this. Dash down right into the ground to go under the spinners. I don't know why you call them that, but apparently you do. Okay, so if you crouch and touch a spring, you will be launched into the air while crouching. However, you will immediately uncrouch whenever you start moving down. So only upward. There are exceptions if you're in Coyote time, which has its own... I do remember reading this. In these cases, you will not uncrouch even if you are moving down. Maybe I saw this. Well, whatever. We're doing it again. How is this? There we go. Okay, so I'm springing upward there. Okay. Hold on. What are you saying here? I stay crouched when I do this? If I... So I was... I'm not crouched right now. Hang on, tell me this one more time. In these cases, you will not uncrouch even if you are moving down. Yeah, I don't know, something. Can't grab walls, perform climb jumps, crouch jumps in advance, while jumping while crouched causes you to uncrouch. Okay, sure. If you are crouching and not dashing, you cannot grab holdable objects. This is important when grabbing jellies after performing ultras. You must not perform a crouch jump from the ultra. Okay. You haven't defined that term, but okay, whatever. If you crouch on the ground, you will not be pushed by horizontal wind. Oh dear! This immunity lasts for a few frames after uncrouching. Oh, this is silly. I definitely didn't see this, that's for sure. Hence, you can move against wind without dashing by holding forward and quickly alternating between crouching and uncrouching. Are you serious? That's what it implies. Oh, geez. That is uncomfortable. There's a rhythm to it. Can't go too fast. Alright! So that's a thing. I'm using 2 thumbs for that, by the way. My one thumb doesn't have the coordination to do that on its own. Canceling a horizontal or down diagonal dash with a ground jump. Sorry, what? Canceling a horizontal or down diagonal dash. So a hyper dash. Well, not necessarily. With a ground jump results in either a super or a hyper. However, the direction of your dash is not checked to determine if it is a super or a hyper. If you are crouched, you will perform a hyper. If you are uncrouched, you will perform a super. What's the difference between those two? Hypers occur because the down diagonal dash causes you to crouch on the ground before you jump. Here, dashing horizontally into the one tile high gap causes you to crouch. You can then jump while inside the gap. As a result, performing the inputs for a super will give you a hyper instead. Okay, I understand. Hyper goes further. So, that was hyper. That was super. I don't know, it does it? Maybe. I'm not getting it. I think I'm too far away, or... okay. Yeah, alright, so I got that far. Okay, I landed there. If I am standing here and I just do this... yeah, I land in the same place starting from closer. Okay, I understand. That was crouching? Yes. Falling speed. The standard maximum falling speed is 160. Standard gravity is 15 speed per frame. I've seen this before, but I didn't do this part. If you are already falling at 160 downward speed and then press the down button, you will fall even faster. This is known as fast falling. The maximum fast fall speed is 240. Releasing the down button will cause your falling speed to return to normal. Sure, I know all about that already. While falling near the side of a solid wall, moving toward the wall and continuing to hold that direction will cause you to slide down the wall. If you start sliding with low vertical speed, your acceleration will be 1.9 speed per frame, which is less than standard gravity. However, you will reach the same maximum falling speed as you would if you were in midair? Oh, I didn't know that. Tiny text. If you are already falling with a high speed, and then start sliding against the wall, your speed will decrease briefly before accelerating back to the maximum falling speed. Oh. This acceleration is also 1.9 speed per frame. Sliding against a wall does not affect your vertical speed if you are moving upward. Yes, of course. Oh. So I can't re-slide? Okay, I can't re-slide is all you're saying. Or on the same wall, at least. Wait, is that the story? Yes, so once I've, like, used up that wall... No, I managed to do more. But only a little... Oh, hang on, am I not... Okay, I used up the wall. I don't have enough space here. Okay, used up... Yeah, I can't slide the same wall. Used up... Can't reslide any wall. Okay, so there is an amount of wall slide that I get. I can still do a wall jump if I want. That doesn't require the slide, as we know. Okay, got it. So I can use up my slide. No, I definitely did all that. What about jump control? Let me just make sure. Yes, I definitely did all that. Okay, so we're done here. Let's start with Coyote time. I think I already know all about this, but this will probably give me some more details. The Coyote state is a leniency mechanic designed to allow you to jump slightly late when walking off platforms. You go into the Coyote state for 5 frames after walking off a platform. You can jump from midair during these frames. And we know how long 5 frames is, that was just demonstrated. This allows you to jump further distances. You can jump across this gap without dashing by exploiting Coyote time. The Coyote state is removed after jumping, so it is only possible to jump once. Right, okay. It was too late. Okay, 5 frames is shorter than that. Okay. You can also perform hypers and supers during Coyote frames. It is possible to dash from the platform, then jump from midair. Of course. Coyote frames do not recharge dashes, so hypers and supers will not extend if the 6-frame recharge time is reached after leaving the platform. Freeze frames do not count toward reducing Coyote frames. Interesting. So what that amounts to is this. I'm doing the wrong kind of jump, I'm doing the wrong kind of jump. You want what you call a super. Okay? And here you want the other one. Alright, I understand. That's precise. Right, I can get farther because, of course, because I'm traveling faster. So if I'm measuring myself by distance, measure farther. If I'm measuring by time, it's the same. Coyote frames are also given when standing on disappearing crumble blocks, exiting dream blocks, and holding on to breaking bounce blocks. Okay. This is what makes dream hypers and core hypers possible. Whoa, what are you saying? Okay, demonstrating that's going to be real hard. I'd have to figure out the timing there. I did it. I saw the dip a little bit. Well, that's... all of that is just real hard to demonstrate. But okay, I believe you. So you're saying that that works? Hang on, so if I just do that normally... I don't know, I make it. I don't know what you're talking about. Jumping during Coyote frames allows you to perform instant hypers and supers out of bubbles. What? How? Here, walk off the ground into the bubble and press dash and jump at the same time to perform a hyper or super. Really? Oh, I get it! No, I understand. And I'll keep my dash, right? You must do this very soon after leaving the ground before the Coyote frames run out. You can also dash into the bubble. Okay, there we go. Alright, well that's a weird thing. But you're saying... No, you're saying... So I jump first and then... No, I dash first and then jump. Alright, so the way this breaks down then would be... I was on the ground, therefore I have jumpable state. I walk into the bubble within that 5-frame window. I dash, moving me forward with the bubble. I'm still in the 5-frame window, I press jump again. I've already dashed out of the bubble, but I still have the jumpable state, so therefore I jump on the no ground that the bubble is on. Okay, I get it. That's cool. Alright. Where am I? That was here, okay. Block boosts. Block boosts. Block boosts. When you jump off a moving block, its speed is added to yours, giving a block boost. However, block boosts are capped at 130 for upward block boosts and 250 for horizontal block boosts. In addition, you cannot gain a downward block boost. A ground jump starts with 105 upward speed. Jumping off a block moving upward at 240 results in jump with 235. Upward is capped at 130. Okay, sure. A wall jump starts with 105 was it? Wall jump starts with 130 horizontal speed, so jumping off a block moving horizontally at 300 speed results in 130 plus 250 equals 380 horizontal speed. Okay. It is important to make contact with moving blocks before jumping in order to receive block boosts. Yep. If you wall jump without making full contact with the wall, you will not get the block boost. This sometimes occurs when buffering the wall jump. Okay, sure. Refer to the collision leniency and input buffering section of the library for more information. Okay. Boing. Right, and I have a speedometer right now. That was... Okay, sure. Gotcha. A super has 260 horizontal and 105 upward speed, while a wall bounce has 170 horizontal and 160 upward speed. Supering and wall bouncing off moving blocks simply adds the block boost, just as with normal jumps. A maximally boosted super will have a speed of 260, 105 plus 250, 130 equals 510, 235. That's pretty fast. Maximally boosted wall bounce will have those numbers. Just as with wall jumps, it is possible to wall bounce off a moving block without making contact with it, in which case you will not get the block boost. To avoid this, do not buffer the jump input of the wall bounce to ensure you make contact with the block first. Yes. Hyper 1.25, horizontal speed. When you hyper off moving blocks, these multipliers are added to the block boosts. As a result, the upward block boost is smaller and the horizontal is larger. A maximally boosted hyper will have a speed of that. Okay, got it. So, super goes there. Hyper goes there. The lower one, but still high enough to get all the way there. Right, got it. Right, and this is showing if I hold up and like right. Yeah, okay, I get all the way there. Hooah! You want something different. You want a hyperdash. Did I not get one? What happened there? Yeah, okay, there we go. What is this saying to me? Oh, that's for if I want to try again, for getting back quickly. That's pretty funny. Okay, that's a fun little playground. Whee! Alright. Where was I? Block boosts. Stamina. 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 These shelves are a little hard to get on. So I definitely already saw this. Does this go beyond blue? Yes, shush. It does not. Okay, so we did that already. Jump boosts. Jumping while holding left or right adds 40 speed in that direction. Oh. This applies to all jumps, including dream jumps, climb jumps over corners, and mid-air jumps using Coyote or jump refills. Corner boosts, expert, and dream double jumps, Grandmaster, add speed because of this mechanic. Here, perform a dream jump into the jump refill. You will gain 6 extra jumps, okay? Press the jump button as fast as possible to gain speed and get to the next section before the switch gate blocks you. I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. I did it too fast, I think. Yeah, you don't want me to go as fast as possible. What are you talking about? Faster than that, though. What is the timing? So if I just use my jumps as fast as possible, that's what happens. Okay, almost. And you want me to just do a forward dash after that. Oops, I didn't do anything of the sort. Okay. That would have been enough if I'd waited a bit longer before dashing. Okay, there we go. Did it. Jump boosts can be used to speed up or slow down, as it depends only on the direction held, not the direction the player is currently traveling. Here, dash through the modified dream block and cancel your speed by jumping and holding left. What's modified about it? I think that it speeds me up as I go through it, probably. Okay. Not fast enough. But then you want me to somehow... So there's an aspect of like how long I'm holding jump while I'm performing this. Like I don't get enough. You want something. You want me to have more height somehow. How would that happen? Okay, this one's hard. How would I have enough height at the end? How would I have enough height at the end? How are you getting that much height? Again, so there's an aspect of how long I'm holding the jump button before repressing it. There's going to be like a couple of frames of not pressed, because my thumb has to move up and then back down. I can't be holding, then do a new press on the same frame, probably. I mean... Theoretically, I almost could, but... Okay, I did it. I will take that one fluke victory. I don't need any more than that. Tapping the jump button allows you to approximately maintain speed over large distances. Smaller jumps let you hit the ground sooner and jump more often, giving more frequent jump boosts. Jumping is also important to minimize contact with the ground, as ground friction is larger than air friction. This is explained in more detail in the friction section of the library. Sure. What are you saying, though? Here, perform a short dream jump, then 2 short bunny hops to maintain speed and perform a final large jump over a gap. Tap after the dream block, tap twice, then tap and hold. And their reference, okay. Ooh, that was way too much jump. Oh, and I don't get my dash after that, I see. Wait, is that what's modified about them? They take my dash away? How? Wait, I'm going too high. It didn't jump at all. Okay, almost. My entire shadow turns blue. She's made of hair. Almost. That's precise. There we go. Okay, cool. Got it. What was I just in? Jump boosts? Maybe? Let's assume I was. And is all of this advanced stuff? Not all of it. Dash speed. Alright, you know what? Here's the thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just look at my symbol again. Okay, so here, the bottom section of the one with... Actually, no, hang on. So, what are the symbols? Describe those symbols to me, please. Oops, right. I was expecting icons, but they're in text. Blue for beginner, red triangle for intermediate. Okay, so red triangle is my symbol. Yellow rectangle for advanced. Orange hourglass for experts. Okay. I'll go up to advanced, how about that? And actually, wait, those were all red triangles, weren't they? Yeah, okay. So... Well, okay, so I'm just going to empty out the red triangles here and call it, making this more complicated for me. So, bottom of this section, dash speed, dash attack, corner correction, collision leniency, everything from here and to the right. I will not have done, so dash speed and the rest of this. So dash attack? What? Objects like dream blocks, Kevin blocks, temple switches, and breakable blocks are interacted with by dashing into them. Your dash lasts for 15 frames, but there are 6 frames after your dash ends where you can still interact with these objects. Neat. This interval is now known as your dash attack and makes spacing more lenient. Here, dash up at the entities from the ground. You will enter them during dash attack. Okay. Okay. I see. Alright. If you collide with a dash-activated block, so either of those, any of those types that were described, during your dash attack period, you can grab or jump off the block without activating it. Oh. Here, take the bubbles toward the right. The bubbles are spaced so that you will be in the dash attack period when colliding with the Kevin and Dream block. I think how this is that's just what they're called. It's Kevin. Because of the person who did the voice of the sound it makes. If you grab or buffer a wall jump, before colliding with the blocks, you should not go through the dream block or activate the Kevin. This phrase. I did it, Ned. Oops, I did it. I wasn't expecting the bubble to come back. Am I just not pressing? Like, what's going on here? There we go. I'm doing it too late. And that was too early. Okay, so right, the buffer period is very small. It hasn't told me how many frames it is, but I would guess it's about 4? 3? Not a lot. But if I just grab... Okay, if I just grab. Got it. So grab or buffer. Cool. Grabbing's obviously a lot easier. That was dash attack. Corner correction. Corner correction is a leniency mechanic that allows you to continue moving past solids when colliding with corners. Right, I see it. If you dash or travel in a bubble into the corner of a solid, the game checks your position. So, this is basically like a compendium of good-feeling platforming mechanics. Like, this is a lot of stuff that's applicable beyond Celeste. It's neat. If you dash or travel into a bubble in the corner of a solid, the game checks your position. Travel in a bubble. If the game detects that shifting your position by a certain distance would avoid the collision, your position will be corrected by that distance. Yep. You can then continue moving without colliding with the solid. I have implemented this in my own games. For dashing down or down diagonal into the ground, the maximum distance for horizontal corner correction is 4 pixels. Your dash must not start on the ground for corner correction to occur. Jumping and dashing down is a common way to purposely corner correct. Here, jump and dash down into the ground. If you are within 4 pixels of the left, yep, I get it. Can I tell by her pose? Teetering. Teetering is within. But there is a state beyond teetering that's also within. Huh. I wonder if the platform there is counting as close enough that no teetering happens, maybe. Maybe. Can I just walk across? Well, no, those spikes are there. This isn't a game where you can move sideways into spikes. Colliding with ceilings allows you to be corner corrected to the side, normally by up to 4 pixels. Unlike walls or floors, you do not have to dash to be corner corrected by ceilings. Here you can jump up and be corner corrected. Oh right, so you're saying if you are dashing directly upward, you can be corner corrected by up to 5 pixels. This makes wall bounces more lenient. So the dash adds a pixel? Some sideways jump-throughs can corner correct the player to the side. What? Okay, so those one-way thingies on the floor, right. Making wall bounces even more lenient. Be aware that this is a configurable feature of jump-throughs. Some mappers may choose to leave it disabled, in which the corner correction will not apply. Okay, so sometimes this is a rule, sometimes not. Also, I wanted to check. Right, so I have to dash there to get the thing. But here, I can just jump and do it. Okay. Whoosh. Whoa, okay, so that feature, okay, I get it. That's actually quite impactful. I see why you would turn that off. Understood? Cool. Colliding with walls allows you to be corner corrected either up or down. Oh, I'm having trouble parsing this much text. Colliding with walls allows you to be corner corrected either up or down by a maximum of 4 pixels. So, right, just look over there to see what colliding with walls means. Stubbing your toe if you are dashing. However, if there is a spike on the surface you would be corner corrected into, you will not be corner corrected. How nice. Jump-throughs increase the height you can be corner corrected, which can be used to make mid-air supers more lenient. Okay, I understand. Here, jump onto the left jump-throughs and dash toward the right. You should be corner corrected upwards. I am about at my limit for understanding. But like the picture says most of what the text said there. Okay, cool. You cannot be corner corrected in the opposite direction from your initial direction. What's initial? My velocity? For example, if you dash down left into the ground, you cannot be corrected to the right. Even if I'm later moving... What are you saying? What does initial mean? Hence, while up diagonal dashes into the bottom corners of ceilings can corner correct you, this will only occur if you are moving away from the wall. Got it. Okay. Here, jump straight up and dash upright to get corner corrected into the spring. Okay. But if I would do this, there is no corner correction that would spring me. I would have to just... Oh. Can I even reach that? Yes. Okay. You can be corner corrected in any direction when traveling in a red bubble just as dashing. This is gonna be silly. Ah! That's fun. There we go. That's neat. When moving downwards, you collide with solids before colliding with spikes. You also hit boxes. Oh, so that's why that works. Hence, dashing downwards allows you to corner correct even if there are spikes on the floor. So it's drawn with a little bit of visual interpolation, but I think the correction happens just instantly. She just pops to the left, but the graphics slide left over a few frames. Here, jump and dash down to the spikes. If you are within 4 pixels of the you should be corner corrected. Great. Ensure your dash does not end before hitting the ground. Okay, cool. Can't just go across that way. Gotta do it this way. Cool. Okay. How much is left here? A lot. Alright, so like I said, I'm kind of at my limit right now. Okay, so let's do this. This will actually be better. I'm going to take another day to finish the library fully. Then I'll know where I am. Okay, so note for Alex, 2 days from now. Dash speed, dash attack, collision leniency, everything to the right. Then I'll just be done and won't have this situation anymore. I'll have all the knowledge, having been spoken to me once, and I can forget it all at once and have a bad time because of it. Alright, so next time, dash speed and those. And if we get through them quick enough, I'll poke my head into another level without expecting to finish it. But, like, I would like to see what's here in the lobby. But maybe this will take all day. We'll see.